Welcome back to the Governance channel at 5,000 views globally. Really want to thank everybody out there. Awesome. Thank you so much for all the views and the likes and the hits of subscribes, smashing that button. Way to get down. Now, I've got a lot of updates. I think I've put at least 20 to 30 more hours into my city. Let's go check it out. Sit back, relax. Here we go. So here we go. Going forward, we're going to start here. We're going to walk our way around just like we did in the previous video. Not a whole lot changed in this area yet. The only thing I did was I added, let's jump up over here. I added some walls so that I can get some shops going. That's about it. Not too much on this area. This area, however, is a giant improvement, the Imperial City area, where I went ahead and I built the first floor and the second floor. Now let's jump in and take a look here. Starting over at the barracks, I went ahead and now we've got a whole area for our soldiers to sleep and eat and hang out. Don't have a training ground for them yet, but that's coming too. Don't worry. Here we go. And we've got a barracks for a couple soldiers, not a lot. Now moving over to the city here. There we go. So I will show you this staircase is not going to stay there. It's actually a different staircase that I'm going to put in there. But I will show you that when we get to the palace area. These are all rooms. So this is what I was talking about in my first video when I was saying places that I wanted to raffle off, give away. You know, for every maybe 5,000 viewers, we raffle off a house to someone, whatever that case may be. But these are those houses. Now, obviously, there's not a whole lot in them right now, but stuff is coming. So, I've got two here. We've got this nice balcony in the back here that overlooks the giant inlet here, which is really what I was going for. This beautiful scenery right here. I'm going to make this balcony come out just a little bit more, and then it's going to extend all the way over here. Just a nice, beautiful balcony. You get a picturesque of the lighthouse and the inlet all the way over to, you can actually see the two statues in the distance. Again, we've got more bedrooms. Here's one of the nicer ones. It faces the inside though. I got another one over here, another nice bedroom facing the inside. They've also got a balcony facing the main courtyard area. Now I haven't really figured out what to do with that round tower in the middle. Kind of throwing it up in the air right now. I just wanted to put something down so that I could see, you know, where am I going to go with this? And maybe it'll stay, maybe it won't. I'm not sure yet. This is one of the nice rooms too. We've got a nice little open area here so that our guests can come hang out. I've got two more rooms over here. Here's one. Now these are kind of small, yeah. I've got nice balconies though, and it's all about real estate. Where is it located? This is one of the nicest ones. Here we got a nice little window. That's going to be a window. I'm going to have the blocks up halfway, so it's a nice window. And they got a nice view of the ship. We're going to get to that here shortly. And they also have another balcony over here, which oversees the infinity pool. All right. So now moving around down below, it's kind of like a little bit of a maze down here. Every now and then you'll see a random door. And that door is probably going to go into somewhere. Oh yeah, this used to be like a room with a bunch of bunk beds. I changed it. It's now storage. I like the idea of storage over here better. So this is going to be a storage room. I just kind of put some things in here so that you all could see exactly what it's going to be. Now we're going through here. Yep, back into the courtyard. And again, that staircase, I don't like that. The fact that there's stairs, there's nothing there. It's just like floating blocks. I'm not a fan of that. So I'm going to have a nice curved or 90-degree angle staircase, but it's going to be a little different. I'll show you that staircase again, like I said, when we get to the palace. One of the big changes coming up here is the lighthouse. The lighthouse last time did not look like this. This is completely different. I've got these massive staircase steps coming up. The two bridges were here, but the light posts were not. And this whole top piece was rectangular instead of kind of circular now. And it was kind of difficult to get up there. Now, again, I've got some stairs and a ladder leading up here. This is probably going to be one of those areas that stays. And then we've got like the lighthouse keeper right here. I got to add a ladder up, going up. But I'm still tinkering with the idea here of what this is going to look like exactly. I've got half of it, but I'm not sure I quite like that. So I'm still kind of playing with the idea. So I've started working on other areas like the pirate ship / Imperial ship, and I'm kind of come back to it, so we'll see. This is one of the major changes. Is this all used to be rectangular? It looked completely different, and I like this look a little bit better, but I'm not quite sold on it yet. So moving down below, here we go, the pirate ship / Imperial ship, whichever you want to call it, doesn't matter to me. It is going to be an Imperial Man of War, ship of the line, whichever you would like to call it. And I've done tons and tons of work to this. It may not seem like it, but there's actually gone a lot of work that has gone into this ship so far. One of the major differences you'll notice is the deck. The deck used to be all that darker wood color. I'm changing it to the lighter wood color. That's one of the biggest first changes that you'll notice. I've added a brow so that you can finally get up in here, and the deck. So I've got multiple layers now. This deck layer did not used to exist, and it's going to exist now. I'll have a nice little backdrop right here with some lanterns hanging off the back. Coming back forward. So this side is also going to extend out like the other side with the ladder going down. I'm going to have to work it in with the cannons, but it's going to happen. It's going to look nice. I did try and make a steering wheel. Now, steering wheel is much more difficult to make on this game because there's nothing that's really circular. It's kind of like Minecraft with the blocks. If somebody knows how to get it to where it's going to look like a steering wheel or a ship's wheel, please let me know in the comments. I would totally be down to try it. But until then, I have not found a way to get this to make it look like an actual ship's wheel. So this is what we got for now. It is a much larger ship, so it's going to have that 2-man steering wheel, or ship's helm as we call it. I've got the grates right here for cargo to be loaded, powder and cannonballs, loaded up there. We've got the front mast, which is now new, and the front of the ship there we got anchor windlass. That's where your crew's going to crank up the anchors. And then we've got this nice frontal area, which I'm still tinkering with the idea of putting cannons out front. I'm not sure I'm sold on it yet, but we'll see how it looks. That's a pretty easy change. I can just throw a piece of wood in there and fix it if I want. Now this has been the most difficult part to date right here, this bow. And I've really been struggling with this, how I wanted it to look. I think I've deleted and come back to it at least 5 or 6 times on the actual front shape of the bow. So I think what I'm going to do is not fall down. There we go. So I'm going to keep the bow right about here, but then where this piece is sticking up, the bow is obviously going to slope inwards and down because it's a bow. It's the front of the ship. It's going to slope down in and going to connect down below in the hold. And then it's going to kind of come up a little bit more. But this piece right here I'm standing on is going to actually do a triangle from each side of the ship and point directly at where I'm standing. And that's going to be a separate area that you can stand on. More so for like mooring the ship to the piers and whatnot, but it's going to be another area. It's also going to have the front of the mast. Now the front mast that sticks out is going to be a really big issue. And I say that because I'm going to run out of room. If you see, let's see. So the furthest I can go is just in front of that block right there, unfortunately. But we're going to try and do it anyways, and see how far we can get in it. If I need to make it so that I can make a quick add-on while I, jump into a game, I know I'm going to be working for a couple hours. Like I'll just come in here, take 5 minutes and add that front mast so it looks pretty nice and clean, and then people can come in and hang out and see it. But the bow has definitely been the most tricky of this whole thing so far. Oh, someone joined my game. I'm in a private server right now. All right, let's see. So I haven't done anything to the dragon cave. I am going to work on that a little bit more in this upcoming week, probably during one of my future streams coming up. Okay, so coming to the palace, this is the massive change. Last time the palace looked completely different. I think from at least a 4-story up, the top 3 or 4 stories were completely different. It wasn't nearly this big. Now it's huge. I got a lot more rooms up there. This is that staircase I was talking about. I love this staircase type. And I saw this and I wish I knew or could remember whose castle I was in that I saw it the other day. It was a great idea. And if it was you and I see you again, I'm totally going to give you a shout out. But this staircase is way better. Beautiful staircase leading up to the castle than the one I had. The old one looked kind of crummy, unfortunately. But someone figured it out. I want to capitalize off that idea. And when I figure it out, I'm totally going to give you a shout out. So going in, not a lot changed down here below. But let's go take a fast forward up these stairs. And we are going to go see where the major changes took place. Right, so this was different. Well, there we go. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. But there's definitely something going to go in here. Maybe a sitting room, maybe a war table, not sure yet. Again, these stairs are going to be replaced with those other stairs. I'm going to make this a nice, elegant staircase going up. The Emperor's bedroom did get a huge overhaul. Last time, there was just a wall right here past the bed, right about here, and it went across. And that was it. This giant tower piece here, which is going to be the Emperor's bathroom, was not there. This window wasn't here. None of this was here. Now the Emperor has his own dressing room, which is nice. Here we go. It's not finished, but again, like I said, this is going to be filled in when I have more time just to show you examples of what it looks like. Here we got the ornate chest for the Emperor, for his stuff. It's the Emperor. He's deserving of things like that, right? The office is going to change up just a hair. I took the desk out, but that's about it. That's happened in here. Let's move on up. So going up, there we go. Change these stairs out eventually. The Emperor's garden was completely different. It didn't even look like this. There wasn't even stairs coming up, I don't believe. All this in here is going to be nice, very beautiful and lush. Same with the outside. Seats. There we go. I got a couple in here, kind of like a nice little sitting area. I'm going to put a couple more fountains out here. Lots and lots more greenery. Someone's lit the lighthouse. Nice. Thank you very much. I think that was Dino. Thank you so much, Dino. You lit my lighthouse for me. All this, there we go. We got another nice little area so that you can see. Now these 2 towers I kept. These 2 towers up front are going to be arcane towers, and somehow, some way, I am going to put those together so that they are like almost like a magical defense tower. So we're gonna work on that, but that's what those towers are. Now, I used to not have any way to get up. Now I do. I have this staircase that I built, but again, so that staircase that I did out front is going to be in here too. I'm going to do a nice round staircase all the way up here. It's going to take some time to build, but I'm going to do it. I like that idea, that round staircase going all the way around, especially by the windows. And then it's going to go all the way up. It does go very, very far. Now I've got a palace library. So here's going to be nice sitting areas, lots of library books. Research can happen up here in the palace library. And then we've got the Emperor's private library, which is going to be back here. And this is going to be his area to study whatever he needs to study. We've still got some cracks in the wall. Cracks. There we go. But that's okay. I just wanted to get the major portions of the walls down. So once I got that down, I was able to okay, I can take a break. This is exactly what I want. Now I can fine tune and polish it. This is going to be a chapel. Obviously there's going to be a roof on here, but it's going to be a nice open chapel, and there's going to be a nice stand up here, some pew seats coming back and whatnot. Again, this is where we're starting to get into more construction area because I just wanted to get the main frame of the building down. Now going up, again, this will be round staircase. Here's my astronomy tower. So up here is going to be all my astronomy stuff. And we're going to keep going up one more. And this is our future telescope. Now, I was tinkering around with the cannons if I could somehow get the wheels and whatnot and some kind of telescope type. I'm really low on room, though. As you can see, the crossbars are right there. So anything outside of that crossbar is not going to save. But when I do get it and I kind of figure out I'm going to tinker around, since I'm just thinking about things at this time, I'm going to actually figure out how to make a telescope and make it look cool. But I don't know yet how I'm going to do it, so that's why I've just kind of gone to the ship. My best ideas usually come when I'm working on something else. However, we'll see. And that's the updates that I have for you right now. So as you can see, this is my whole city right here. We're flying above it. Lots and lots to see. I don't think I made any kind of changes down below, but we're gonna check. Oh, that hurt. Nope, no changes down here yet. This is the future coming about. Now that water is really difficult to actually get positioned and correctly. I know I've talked to other players and they've had difficulties with the water as well, but we're gonna figure it out one of these days, and somebody's gonna get it right, and then they're gonna share the wealth. So I really want to thank you for your time in watching this video. I hope to see you out there. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Hit that like, hit that subscribe.